A good afternoon and welcome to the beautiful campus of DUville University. It is time for some midweek men's soccer as your DUville Saints take on the Gannon Golden Knights. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Butts. So happy to be joining you for what should be an exciting game here as we have a bit of non-conference action between the Gannon Golden Knights and the DUville Saints. Gannon making the trip up to Buffalo, New York out of the PSAC Conference. The Golden Knights hold a 4-2-4 overall record on the season, 2-0-2 in PSAC play, while on the other side, DUville 3-5-2 overall on the regular season, 1-2-1 in East Coast Conference play so far this season. Already underway here as the Golden Knights go from left to right on your screen, wearing the maroon from top to bottom with some yellow numerals, while DUville goes right to left wearing the all gray. First shot on target is a good one, matched up by a better save from Matthew Solario, as it was Enzo Recca letting the early shot go for Gannon, and the Golden Knights have won themselves a corner after the stellar save from the DUville goalkeeper Matthew Solario. Quick numbers on Solario, 3-5-1 record, 121 goals against average, third in the conference in that mark, 738 save percentage, as this one headed on and just over the net, which ranks fifth in the East Coast Conference. Solario is making 3.1 saves per game on average. That mark ranks eighth in the conference, while he has made 31 saves over the course of the season through 816 minutes played. Solario, the main man out of Kansas City, Missouri, getting the start in between the pipes tonight for DUville, while on the other side for Gannon, it is their backup keeper getting the start today, Andre Morales for Gannon. Morales has a 1-1-2 record, 2.0 goals against average, 666 save percentage, and has made 6 stops on the season. The redshirt junior out of São Bernardo do Campo, Brazil, is Moraes, who gets the start today for Gannon, and the Golden Knights will have a free kick here in a fairly dangerous spot as they get ready to test the DUville netminder Matthew Solario again, the man who might be the one to do it. Your player to watch in this one for Gannon, you always got to keep your eyes on number 8 in maroon, Savarier Orton. Orton's the leading scorer so far for the Golden Knights this season, 7 goals and 4 assists, as this one played into the box, knocked away there by Solario. Always got to keep your eyes peeled for number 8 in maroon, as a handling call will go against Gannon. And a free kick will be set up here for DUville, while we take a quick look at the Saints player to watch in this one. Got to always be looking out and aware of DUville's star sophomore forward Dylan Danch. Danch, the sophomore out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and Cathedral Prep High School, has notched 4 goals on this season, which puts him tied for 7th in the East Coast Conference in that category. He has been a clinical finisher so far this year for DUville, stepping up big when the Saints have needed him here in his sophomore campaign. Ball going to be played right in the direction of your player to watch, Dylan Danch. Already looking to make something happen now as Dreesch goes up for that header. Now Holmberg heads it on. Carol Bagri follows it up. Filbert flicks it up over the defender but loses control. Now Mansfield Osborne will give chase. Not going to be able to catch up to it as Jensen Peak sends it a long way away from his back line all the way over to Matthew Solario. Livingstone looking to send it long here for Mansfield Osborne. Takes a touch and plays it out wide for Filbert. Filbert, one touch past his defender. Now has to slow down and track back but manages to keep control. Good work here by Filbert, who leaves it for Holmberg. Holmberg back to Filbert now. Tackled there by Enzo Recca, but out of play for a Dieuville throw-in. Carol Bagri, first touch off the throw-in for Dieuville. As the ball bounced back to Jonas Driesch. Asier Fernandez going to one-touch pass it back to Matthew Solario. Solario lifts it out in the direction of Danch. Couldn't get to the header, but it will fall now for Driesch. Solario sends it long here, trying to find his target in Max Trushell on the far side, but headed away. Now Doughty battling hard in the midfield here. Doughty lost control for a moment. Now the Golden Knights trying to get some firm possession here, just forced to boot it out of play as it was Adrian Castellanos looking to just slow things down here for the Golden Knights. Knocked down there was Dorner, as it was Conrad Holmberg getting a little over aggressive on the challenge. Dorner draws the foul and will set up the Gannon free kick taken quickly here by Castellanos. Stozitki over to the near side. Back for Stozitki. In some space now. Trying to play his man through. Not a good ball there. Driesch reads that one perfectly. Toyama onto the far side. Quickly trying to play it back to the near side there in the direction of Recca, but the Golden Knights can't quite get to it. Now Recca able to get back and had possession for a moment until Ethan Filbert helped to take it away. Holmberg. Now Hyde trying to head it over to Recca, but couldn't catch up to that one. Peak. Dribbling forward now, trying to show off the skill moves there, but the Dieuville defender's not fooled. Now Livingstone trying to play it long here, but will just send it out of play for a Gannon throw-in. Trushell having to fight hard here on the far side. Can't get back to it as Peak has it. Peak plays it in the middle, trying to find Orton, who is looking to flick that header on over to the near side for Recca, but unable to get to it. Now Filbert has it. Now Danch into some space. Danch able to shake off one defender, but the pass is an errant one. Fortunately, Carol Bagri can get it back. Now played up for Trushell. Trushell looking to send Mansfield Osborne through, but cleared away. Frederick Paulson did a good job defending the Dieuville forward, Luca Mansfield Osborne, who was ready and waiting to pounce on that one. But Paulson, good job maintaining good body position to clear that ball away. Here is Solario. Plays it over to the near side. Filbert went up for it, but not able to come down with it as it sails out of play for a Gannon throw-in. Could see Solario clap his hands together in a bit of disgust there, as he knew that that was not his best ball to be played. Here's Jonas Driesch. Gonna toss it in the direction of Doughty, who was going for a flick. Couldn't quite get up to that one. Golden Knights gonna play it away. It's going to be an interesting matchup between these two squads. Don't match up all the time, only one prior meeting. And that one was one to forget for Dieuville coming back in 2022, as Recca, a bit overeager here, goes offside. It'll be quite the interesting contest here. Dieuville just finds themselves on the right side of the playoff picture in the East Coast Conference in sixth place, while Gannon right at the top. They hold the top spot in the PSAC West Division currently, as Mansfield Osborne puts one towards goal, but it will stay in play for the time being as the goalkeeper Morinus goes all the way out to chase that one down. And the ball still in play now as Dorner will play it forward. Rekka knocks it off the legs of Dreschen out of play. That's a smart play there by the freshman forward Enzo Rekka out of Tuzla, Bosnia and Herzegovina. An excellent addition to this Golden Knights team. Already 3 goals and 2 assists this season for Rekka, and he's a big reason why this Golden Knights team projected to do as well as they were coming into the season. Picked to finish first in the PSAC West Division. Received 5 first-place votes out of the 6, so received all but 1. Of course, you can't vote for yourself, so it was a unanimous first-place selection there for Gannon in the PSAC West Division, as Solario will send another errant pass out of play. That'll lead to a Dieuville turnover. Tough break there for Solario, who's been playing as good as anyone in between the pipes for Dieuville. Somebody that always gives the Saints a chance to win games every time he is on the pitch. Has already made 1 big save here today, but a couple errant passes have given the ball back to the Golden Knights, and they will look to threaten here. Orton. Now Rekka. Under some pressure here from Filbert. Rekka forced to pass it back to Toyana. Toyana over the near side. Low cross in. Doesn't make it into the center of the box as Dorner scuffed it a bit, as it will go out of play. Ball played forward and touched there by Danch. Saints can't keep control though. Golden Knights have it, but a foul called, and a free kick coming up here for Gannon. Shota Toyama, the man to take it there for the Golden Knights. The ball ends up now on the far side of the pitch. Played out off the shin guards of a Golden Knight, and out for a Dieuville throw in. Asier Fernandez, the man to knock that ball out of play. The native of Batera, Spain, and the transfer from West Virginia Wesleyan. Got to see some of his old friends from West Virginia Wesleyan in the Saints' last home game. That was, of course, against West Virginia Wesleyan, a game Dieuville won 2-0. Now here come the Golden Knights, looking for another chance here. That one not crossed into a dangerous area. It goes out of play off the back fence for a Dieuville goal kick. Mentioned the Saints' last home game against West Virginia Wesleyan, a 2-0 win. That improved their home record to 3-0-1. The Saints look to stay unbeaten at home, now in their 5th home contest of the year. Probably going to be their toughest so far, as the Golden Knights, one of the best teams around. Orton leaves it there for Rekka, who's got a clean chance at goal, and he scores. A golden opportunity for the Golden Knights, Enzo Rekka, and he cashes in for his 4th goal of the season, and Gannon holds a 1-0 lead. And just on that sequence, you could see the Golden Knights had numbers going forward. Ball played across the box. Orton wisely let it go. He knew Enzo Rekka was in tons of space and would have a great chance to put that one in the back of the net, and he did just that. Here's Danch now, trying to play that into a dangerous area. And Orton will take it and go back the other way. And Orton will get credited with an assist, as he caught enough of it to get that credit. So Orton will pick up his 5th assist of the season, make that 7 goals, 5 helpers for Severe Orton. And now 4 goals, 2 assists for Enzo Recca as they continue to dominate up top for the Golden Knights like they have all season long. That is a dangerous duo. And it's not just them. They are complemented by a number of other great players, as we've already seen Shota Toyama a few times here. In this one, as Mansfield Osborne looks to create something the other way. But a good job done there by Frederick Paulson to keep the man up from Cuffley, England at bay. Now Holmberg goes up for a header. Dreesch take a swing at it. Now Trushill. Carol Bagree, both of them get a head on it here. Trushill will get control right back. Doughty. Back here for Asier Fernandez. Connor Livingstone. Jonas Dreesch makes a nice move. Draws 2 defenders in and passes it away. Livingstone had to retreat to go back and get the pass, and will turn it over. Could be a chance here now. Rafa Hyde plays it forward. Here come the Golden Knights. Cross into the box, cleared away. I believe that was Jack Kenyon who centered that pass for Recca, who was looking for his second. But Dieuville able to get back and clear it away, as now Holmberg being dragged to the turf here, and a foul was called. Rafa Hyde getting a bit handsier than our official would like him to be. The junior out of Brazil, Rafa Hyde, commits that foul, and the Saints have already taken the free kick as Asier Fernandez has the ball. Trushill under some pressure here. Perea applying the pressure. Now Solario has the ball at his feet. Looks now for Filbert, able to find him here. Mansfield Osborne shifts over to the near side, trying to send his man through, and Danch, who's offside, and he knew it. Gave a look to the far side official. When he saw the flag went up, he stopped the run, and then the whistle was blown for offside. Tough break there on that one for Danch. Just kind of slipped too as he was starting his run, but our eagle-eyed officiating crew have the call, as now the Golden Knights look to go back the other way and pick up their second. Going to have a tough time in doing so, as Dieuville able to take it away. Now Solario goes over for Carol Bagree. Mansfield Osborne, good one-touch passing over to Filbert. Great ball in here for Danch. Could be a chance now for Danch, running onto this one. Danch into the box, takes the shot, and he scores! Dieuville answers right back, and guess who? It's Dylan Danch, and we're all tied up at 1. What a great sequence there for the Saints. Get another look at it. How about the passing there for Dieuville as Danch capitalizes on it. I believe it was Mansfield Osborne along with Carol Bagree over here involved in that triangle passing. Great one touch as well. Ethan Filbert involved in the play too. Just a great sequence there for Dieuville, capped off by Dylan Danch, burying the shot and getting Dieuville's first goal of the game. And just like that, the Saints have an answer for the first Golden Knights goal of the game, and we're all tied up at 1 as a heavy hit there delivered by Dorner. No whistle, and the Golden Knights will get play going once more. 5th goal now of the season for Dylan Danch. As I mentioned at the top, he entered this game tied for 7th in the East Coast Conference in goals. That will break that tie as he climbs the leaderboard in the East Coast Conference. What a sophomore season it has been for Dylan Danch. Goals now in back-to-back games for the young stud out of Erie, Pennsylvania. 7th goal of his career. Of course, those that do not know, Gannon in Erie, Pennsylvania, so Danch was right in the backyard of the Golden Knights. But he said, nope, I want to come up to Buffalo, New York, play for the Saints. And it's working out great for him now. 5 on the year for Danch. And the Saints going to need his production and production from the rest of the lineup as well if they want to keep this run going into conference play, as Dieuville will have some big ECC games coming up. St. Thomas Aquinas the next, and then Damon, a midweek contest coming up. Both of them look to be critical in helping Dieuville try and secure a playoff spot. Here's Enzo Recca now. Back the other way for Gannon. Filbert with a great challenge to stop Recca from dribbling right into the 18-yard box as he forces a corner kick. Ball played into the box here from Gannon. Looking back post there, trying to find Manuel Pereira. Was the Golden Knights, but it will sail out of play, as I believe that was Jensen Peak on the corner kick, and it was, as it is another beautiful day here in Western New York. Sun is shining, birds are chirping, and the wind is blowing here in Buffalo, New York, as Peak gets ahead on that one. We'll play it out. Last touch by Kenyon and the Golden Knights. Dieuville will have a throw in. Temperatures just shy of 60 degrees, reading at 59 at the moment. But still a great day for some soccer here, as Enzo Recca looks to try and mount the attack for the Golden Knights. Plays into the middle. Low drive there from Kenyon. Stopped by Solario. That was a excellent low shot there from Jack Kenyon, but from quite the distance, Matthew Solario had a good read on it and was able to get down and stop that one from going into the bottom left corner. Another excellent save from Solario, as he has been tested a few times so far in this one, but he has been up to the task. Now his 3rd save of the afternoon. Carol Bagri knocks that one out of play. The Golden Knights will take over. Here's Dorner. Over to Recca. Now Orton trying to play Dorner through. Livingstone not going to let that happen, as he'll just knock it out of play. Wise decision there by Connor Livingstone, as it sets up a Golden Knights throw-in. Carl Dorner tosses it into Orton. Orton passing it back to Dorner, who will throw it in once more to Orton. Now Recca in some space, has enough room to take the shot, but misses wide. Defenders were starting to close in on Enzo Recca, but he had just enough room to let the left-footed shot go, but dragged it just a bit wide. And the Saints catch a break there, as they will have a goal kick, as now they will make a change. Omar Dowdy will exit for Sean Richardson, the sophomore out of Gothenburg, Sweden, into the 11, as Matthew Solario tells his squad to make their way up the pitch. We're not playing this one short. Solario blasts that one right in the direction of Richardson, working hard to win that 50-50 ball. Able to get it over for Carol Bagri, who knocks it back to Jonas Driesch. Solario off the pass from Livingstone. Solario going to clear it away now. First touch by Castellanos. Pinballing around now as Holmberg will head it over. Solorio leaves it short for Asier Fernandez. Now Connor Livingstone. Solorio. Saints going to have to be careful here, passing it around the back against a team as talented as this Golden Knights team is, averaging over 2 goals per game. Gannon also averaging over 17 shots per game as well, and over 7 shots on target a game. You can't play around and play with fire with this Gannon team because they'll burn you, and it's really only a matter of time. Saints might be better off to try and just clear the pressure here sooner rather than later, as I think that's what Matthew Solorio intends on doing. As he blasts it over to the far side, it will drift out of play, and the Golden Knights have a throw in just on their own side of midfield. Gannon will give it right back. Now Asier Fernandez will take the throw in for D'Youville. Fernandez tosses it in. Toyama gets a head on it here as it will continue to pinball around in the midfield. Dorner. Recca. Tripped up there, but able to get the pass off, looking for Kenyon, but it falls to Orton. Now over to Dorner. Dorner lays it into the box spot. The offside flag is up. And the Saints will have themselves an indirect free kick. Talked about some of the Golden Knights numbers. 2.1 goals per game, second in the PSAC conference. They lead the conference in shots per game and third in shots on target per game. While for D'Youville, Saints average a little under 1.5 goals per game. That ranks fifth in the East Coast Conference. 12.5 shots per game, inside the top 5. And then shots on goal per game, an area where I think the Saints themselves might say they got to get a little better. Only about 5.5 shots on target per game puts them 6th out of 9 teams in the East Coast Conference in that category. Saints may not take a ton of shots, but usually when they're taking them, they are very high-quality goal-scoring opportunities, and they do a good job of capitalizing on them, as they have so far in this one. 1 shot on target for the Saints, 1 goal, as they're at 100% right now. Ball played in the direction of Recca, but just too much pace on that one, as it will roll out of play for a D'Youville goal kick. Conrad Holmberg onto the far side. Fernandez trying to knock that forward for Trushell, but can't do so. Pass broken up. Ball played through. Onto the far side, trying to save that one. There was a Golden Knight sliding as Jensen Peak was trying to do all he could to keep that ball in play, but nothing more he could do. And it'll give Matthew Solorio a goal kick that he will play short to Jonas Driesch. Driesch sends a left-footed pass forward that is broken up by Kenyon. Ball goes back now for Driesch. Here is Livingstone. Asier Fernandez. Max Trushell bringing it up the far side, but can't keep it in play, as the Golden Knights will take the throw in quickly. Toyama got a touch on it. Now Kenyon and Carroll Bakery go up for it. Neither come down with it. Dorner. Castellanos plays it off the leg of Mansfield Osborne, who's trying to cause some problems, along with Dylan Danch. Both of them disrupting the rhythm of the Golden Knights as it leads to a throw in. I'll just send the length of the pitch here in the direction of Matthew Solario, who will say thank you very much. I'll take that and pass it off to Asier Fernandez. Now Solario boots it out. Filbert gets a touch on it. High boot will get called here as Filbert got his foot up in the head area of Dorner. And that'll lead to a free kick here for the Gannon Golden Knights. Dorner trying to take it quickly, but our official says not from that spot. Right here, please. This is where the foul occurred. And Dorner will oblige and play it over to Toyama. Toyama over to Reka. Reka able to keep that ball in play. Castellanos switches fields onto the far side. Playing through, here is Peak. Peak has his cross blocked away there by Trushhill and out for a throw-in right by the corner flag here for the Golden Knights. Gannon going to take it quickly. Now Toyama under some pressure here from two Saints, playing it into the box, but no one running onto it except for Matthew Solario, who will look to clear this one away. 1-1 is the score with just over 15 minutes left to play here in the first half. First goal of the game comes off the foot of Enzo Reka. And the second off the foot of that man, Dylan Danch, who's looking to spring Mansfield Osborne here, who's just a step behind his defender, Adrian Castellanos, who made a good play to clear that one away. But Deauville has possession here and are threatening. Now Trushhill gets ahead on that one. Mansfield Osborne trying to run onto it, but going to be a step or two behind Andre Moraes, who will easily come out and take that one away. Asier Fernandez able to tap that one forward. Sean Richardson tripped up here, able to stick with it though. Toyama now gets it back. Orton in some room, being chased down by Holmberg. Orton able to get the pass off. Reka dribbles into some space, cross blocked away there by Filbert. Now Reka passes it back for Dorner. Dorner crossing it in. Dreech got a head on it. Now Solario goes up and grabs it out of the air. Make sure he comes down with it, as that's a great play there by Solario to take the chance away from the Golden Knights. Here is Richardson. Plays it off a defender and out of play for a Deauville throw-in. And some changes will be made here from both sides. Finn Savage looks to be one of the changes for Deauville, as we'll get all of them for you when we can. But it looks like he has entered the game. Savage, somebody that has been in some pretty good form for Deauville, starting to really find his groove and contribute here. Had two big goals for the Saints in their win over West Virginia Wesleyan, and that is a great sign to see for Finn Savage, the junior out of Wrexham, Wales, picking up a pair in the Saints win. Let's see what kind of an impact he'll make on this game here as he comes off the bench. Richardson, Filbert. Now Sean Richardson loses control here. Enzo Reka takes that one away. Reka trying to play in PK Lovstad, who is tripped up and a foul called. And it will be a free kick here for the Golden Knights. Call it about 30 yards or so out away from the cage, and it'll be a big-time opportunity here for Gannon with 12:30 left to go in the first half. Severier Orton stands over this one. Orton will go for goal here, and it will not trouble Solario. High over the net and out for a goal kick. This is a Gannon team that enters this game with the 4-2-4 overall record. They're only 2 defeats of the season, coming against some tough competition in East Stroudsburg and Adelphi, as Gannon perennially one of the top teams in the PSAC conference and really a contending team nationally, as Lovestad headed that one towards goal. But Solario able to come out and make the save. Just recently in the United Soccer Coaches poll, the Gannon Golden Knights were just outside of the national top 25, did receive votes. So that says a lot about what the national media and coaches think of this Gannon program. They are a team that is just right on the cusp of being nationally recognized, and a team that a lot of people expect to be back in the NCAA tournament once again. 13 tournament appearances for the Gannon Golden Knights. Made it each of the last 2 seasons in 2024 and 2023. 24 made it as an at-large selection after falling in the championship game of the PSAC conference to Bloomsburg, as Lovestad looks for an opportunity here, unable to get the shot away as it's knocked out for a corner kick. And now our assistant referee will overrule that and say offside occurred before, so it will be a free kick here for D'Youville instead. Good eye there by our official, and good communication there by the officiating crew to make sure they get the call right. Here is Savage trying to play it forward there for Asier Fernandez, but loses control. Now here is Orton. Good pass over to the far side. Shot on, they score! Rafa Hyde buries it, and it's a 2-1 lead for Gannon. Fourth goal of the season for Rafa Hyde, and we'll give you another look at it here. Saints were wanting an offside call, but it looked clean to me here on the replay. Hyde just timed his run up perfectly, as Severier Orton with a great find on the pass. That gives Rafa Hyde his 4th goal of the season, and for Orton, should be credited with an assist there. That'll be his 6th of the season, as he continues to just be a dynamic force up top for the Gannon Golden Knights. 2 assists now for Orton, and the 4th goal of the season for Rafa Hyde has made the difference in this game, and the Golden Knights now lead it 2-1. Wind picking back up here at Dobson Field, as it had quelled for a moment, but back now making an impact on this game, as the Saints going into the wind right now having some trouble clearing the ball out of their own defensive third. Pass broken up now, will fall to Orton. Orton looking to let a shot go, but a great challenge there by Dreesch. Snuffs out that opportunity. Now looking to play through Danch. You can see how that ball just hangs up in the air, as the Saints might be better off going for some low through balls here in the first half while they're going into the wind, and then trying some over-the-top balls maybe in the second half with the wind at their back. Dreesch now able to keep Rekka at bay. Rekka goes to the turf, but no foul call, just a corner kick coming up for the Golden Knights. Jensen Peak heading over to take the corner kick here for Gannon. Two defenders back for the Golden Knights. Everyone else up in the box. Here is Peak. Gonna play this ball in. Peak has that one flutter up there, headed on there by a Golden Knight. Not directed towards goal though. Now Toyama fakes the shot, passes it off, but it is broken up. Danch taps it over to the far side. Can't keep control as Reka all the way on the other side of the pitch tracks back and gets that one. Peak switching it up here on the near side. Now Dreesh gives it up for Carol Bakery. Holmberg look out there as Reka was ready to run right through him and make that challenge, nearly able to create a great goal-scoring opportunity. Thankfully for the Saints, able to get the pass away in time. Now Carol Bakery going back the other way. Plays a ball into the corner for Filbert. Filbert looking to cross that one in, knocked to the turf. Ball won't make it where it was intended to go as the Golden Knights somehow able to clear that one away as Reka will lose control on the pass. Now into the middle. No sort of flow right now for either side as both teams struggling to maintain control. Reka playing it long here. Fernandez going to break that one up. Savage. Livingstone. Onto the far side. Finn Savage has some room to run. Going to take advantage of it. Savage plays it into the middle. Danch, good touch. Danch has some room. Takes the shot, but blasts it high. Good work there by Dylan Danch to take a touch, keep control, and get a good goal-scoring opportunity. But just blast the shot a bit too high over the net as the Golden Knights will make some changes. Their dangerous duo up top of Orton and Reka will check out as we'll get Marek Stozitki back into the game along with Fabrico Zuliani. Morinus able to clear that one away for the Golden Knights. Now breaking forward here on the far side. Lofstad can't keep that one in play as it will go out for a Duville throw in. Just over 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. First goal came off the foot of Enzo Reka. Was followed up by the tying mark from Dylan Danch. But then it was Rafa Hyde's fourth of the season. That brings us to where we stand currently, a 2-1 lead for the Gannon Golden Knights. Throw in here for Gannon, right in front of the Duville bench, where the Saints' second-year head coach Sean Hallis stands. Hallis, 8-13-6 overall, 4-4-4 in ECC play so far, as the Golden Knights will just boot that one up and out of play, while on the other side, Gannon is led by one of the best coaches around here in Billy Colton in his 7th season, as Mansfield Osborne trying to create an opportunity here for Duville, but not to be. Colton, 86 wins, 23 losses, 14 draws, the career record for the man in charge of the Golden Knights program. He has just been simply excellent leading the way here for Gannon, taking the Golden Knights on a number of tournament runs, 4 to be exact during his tenure, and he has helped to get this Gannon team back to where they were and back to the powerhouse program that they were back in the mid to late 80s. The Golden Knights were a tournament team just about every year, and they're right back to that standard, and don't be surprised at all to see this Gannon Golden Knights squad back in the NCAA tournament once the season comes to a close, as they will have a free kick here with Shota Toyama standing over it, looking like he'll be the man to take it. Directing some traffic there as well, waving a few defenders back, sending some people forward as Toyama looks to get his squad set up just the way he wants it. Now telling the official that Saints are a little too close, as he'll play this one into the box. Solario goes up and makes the grab. And we'll roll this one away. Ethan Filbert trying to be that spark plug here for DUville. He has done it a bunch of times this season for the game winner, but just contribute in the ways he can to help spark this team. I think Sean Richardson, another person that can do that, coming off the bench here in this one. Could be an opportunity for Zuliani. Zuliani having to work hard against Filbert, each grabbing hold of each other, but Filbert gets the best of Zuliani on this occasion. Here is Richardson. Looking for a one-touch pass here with Danch. Doesn't quite work out, as the Golden Knights were ready for that one. Dreesch leaves it here for Filbert. Filbert plays it off a defender and out of play. Zuliani last to touch it, as the Saints have themselves a throw in. Jonas Dreesch tosses it in the direction of Holmberg. 19-on-19 battle that is won by Stozitki. Here is Stozitki playing it in. Dreesch, good challenge here. Controlled still. Left there for a shot on by Zuliani. That is stopped by Solario. Rafa Hyde decided better off to pass that one for Zuliani. Went for goal, but Solario with an excellent save keeps this a one-goal game. Gannon trying to get a third goal here before halftime. Savage flicks it on. Now played forward. Could be a chance here. Directed towards goal, but sent wide of the net. Looks like Livingstone was trying to clear that one away. Almost put it into his own goal. But fortunately for DUville, able to avoid a disaster there, but still a chance here for the Golden Knights. 12 seconds remain. Toyama gonna play this one into the box, bending towards goal, but headed out of play, as that will do it for the first half. It was an entertaining one, filled with action, but it is the Gannon Golden Knights that hold a 2-1 lead as we head into halftime, off of 2 goals, one coming from Enzo Recca, the other from Rafa Hyde. Dylan Danch split them, but at the moment it is a 2-1 lead for Gannon, as the Saints will look to try and come back here in the second half. When we come back here on Flow College, you're watching DUville men's soccer. Back now on Flow College here as we get ready to start the second half of play between the Dieuville Saints and the Gannon Golden Knights. It was quite the entertaining first half, but it was definitely controlled by the Golden Knights. Dieuville looking to flip the script on Gannon here in this second half. Going to have a good chance here to start. Ball crossed into the box. Mansfield Osborne able to get to it. Shot from distance off the bar. Oh my goodness, nearly a perfect way to start the second half for Dieuville. Picture perfect passing, tic-tac-toe. Mansfield Osborne able to track back, get to the ball in the box, sent up an excellent shot that is rung off the crossbar and nearly put home to start this second half and tying this match up. Here is Finn Savage along the near side. Savage going to cross this one into the box, cleared away by the Golden Knights. Some numbers for you from the first half of play. Shots were 10-3 in favor of Gannon. Shots on target 6-1. Also in favor of the Golden Knights. 4 saves for Matthew Solario, none for Andre Moraes in the first half. 4 corner kicks for the Golden Knights, none for Dieuville. Only 1 offside call against the Saints, but 6 against Gannon. Then possession 57-43. No cards issued in that first half. Livingstone not pleased with himself there as he was under some pressure from Rafa Hyde and played the ball out for the 5th corner kick of the game for Gannon. And the Golden Knights have really lived in the final third throughout this game. 81% of the Golden Knights' possession. Yes, you heard me right. 81% of their possession was in the final attacking third as this one low crossed in to the box. Cleared away now. When you combine their furthest most attacking possession along with the central quadrant, it gets you up to 81%. Of course, not divided into thirds for whatever reason, divided into quadrants, but yeah, a lot of the ball for Gannon going forward to be for sure as they have really controlled this game. Dieuville looking to try and change that story. Had a great start right off the opening kickoff, but right now the Golden Knights have the ball and they're looking to try and get their third. Ethan Filbert does a good job to take that one away. Trying to play it over to Omar Dowdy, who was looking for our official to stop play as he ran a bit of interference, but not going to happen. Onto the far side. Tapping it back now. Shot there from distance, blocked away there by Asier Fernandez, who got a piece of that one. Talked about the possession numbers for a moment for Gannon and how they had that much going forward. Dieuville going forward only 9% in possession in the final third and then 22% right behind it. So just over 30% of the Saints' possession comes while they're attacking, and that's not enough. And I'm sure head coach Sean House would say something similar to his squad at the halftime team talk, something along the lines of got to keep possession better while also creating some good opportunities as Savage plays that one into the box, headed on there by Dreesch as it goes wide of the net and out of play for a Golden Knights goal kick. But those numbers really do tell the story, is with Gannon having that much possession going forward. I mean, 81% is a large number, and then Dieuville just being north of 30. You know, that's a staggering difference for possession in that parts of the field. And that shows you how great those Gannon attackers are at not only keeping hold of the ball, but creating chances as well. We'll have to see if that stays that way here in the second half, or if things will change. Now Dreesh taps it over to Filbert. Has some trouble with that one, as it does go out of play for a Golden Knights throw in. Ball played long, looking for Perea. Perea can't keep control there. Good challenge by Asier Fernandez to take that one away. Orton was lurking as well. Here's Danch in some space. Danch over to the near side. Savage able to keep that one in play. Savage loses his footing, gets back up, crosses it over to Doughty. Doughty looking to create something here. Tries to find Holmberg right at the top of the key, but unable to let the shot away. Filbert gonna chase after this one, can't get to it. Golden Knights looking to streak back the other way, but Livingstone not gonna give him the opportunity, as Enzo Recca and Rafa Hyde were looking to make some magic happen on the counterattack for Gannon. Dorner working hard along the far touch line. Can't keep control though. D'Youville will have it. Dreesh trying to keep his man at bay as this one cleared away. Headed on by Castellanos. Out of play now as Dreesh will start to throw in. Referee going to stop play. As Dreesh will head over to the bench. I don't know if there's some blood or what it may be that's causing Jonas Dreesh to come out of the game. He does not look too pleased by it. But our officials making sure that he steps off the pitch for the time being. Graham Harris, your central official. The ARs, Jim Tomsic and Jamal Ben Abdallah for this game. And now it looks like clock will stop again here as we have another Saint down in some discomfort. As apologies, didn't see what happened there with Jonas Dreesh, but he looks to be all right standing near the substitutes table, but the attention is with the other Saint that is in some discomfort here, but back on his feet. Don't want to speculate as to who it is without knowing for sure. But the game has been paused for the injury, as I believe that was Conrad Holmberg, seeing number 19 over there a little slow to get up, as he will turn and now head towards the substitutes bench. Sean Richardson, I believe, was the change into the game there for D'Youville, and Charlie Outram into the game for the time being while they tend to Jonas Dreesh. Ball played over in the direction of Orton, who will leave it for Perea. Perea trying to send it back now for Orton, but pass is broken up by Savage. Now Hyde backing down his defender. Trying to pass it back, but Omar Doughty reads him well and takes it away. Doughty looking to spring Danch. Danch does a good job to keep that ball in play. Knocks it out off the foot of Araka. And out for a D'Youville throw in. Outram going to face some pressure here quickly. And he'll play it back to Matthew Solario. Savage going to head it on for Carol Bagri. Carol Bagri through the back of his defender, and the foul called. Jensen Peak on the receiving end of that foul, as Carol Bagri will trot back into position while Peak sets up the free kick. Peak gonna blast this one just outside of the 18-yard box, headed away there by Livingstone. Now here is Holmberg. Trying to dribble into some space. Good to see Holmberg back out onto the pitch here for DUville. Holmberg settles now and gives way. Filbert bringing it forward. Here is Dowdy looking to send Mansfield Osborne through, and he does. Mansfield Osborne looking to play it into the box. Cleared away there by Castellanos and out for a DUville corner kick. First corner kick of the game coming up here for the DUville Saints. And it comes with just under 36 minutes left to play here in the second half. Plenty of time for the Saints to try and find the equalizer. Ball crossed in. Headed on there by a Saint, but not able to be directed towards goal. Might have actually been last touched by the Golden Knights as Holmberg wisely lets it go out of play for the second straight corner kick of the game for DUville. Filbert will make the long walk across the pitch to take it. He has Holmberg short. Filbert going to play a high arching ball into the box, going back post, looking to find Asier Fernandez, who's just able to keep it in. Fernandez plays it into his defender, but out of play for a throw-in. Tried to go for the nutmeg there. Was Asier Fernandez. Didn't quite work out. He'll give up the ball now for Finn Savage, who will toss this one back into play. Savage has Danch checked to him. Danch plays this ball into the box. No one there to receive it, as Jensen Peak will just boot this one well away from any sort of danger area. Filbert gonna head it on now. Toyama over to Orton. Orton leaves it for Perea. Perea one-on-one with Filbert. Perea looking for a cross. Left-footed pass into the box. Cleared away there by Outram. Perea content to let that one go, but Filbert is not. And good work there by Ethan Filbert as he plays it off the defender and out of play for a DUville goal kick. Filbert just has that motor that just never stops running. I know I've said it before, and that's an example of it right there. Never gave up on that play. Perea was content to let it go out for the throw-in, but hard work of Filbert won his team a goal kick instead, as the Saints will play it out of play as Jensen Peak will get ready to toss this one in. Out into the midfield, Casper Alfie Sabo passes it off. Now here is Orton looking to play in Perea, who is offside. Just about to let the shot go, does anyways, and ball don't lie, hit the post as offside the correct call. And Matthew Solario will get ready to take the free kick. Solario, the left-footed goalkeeper, ready to boot this one away, and he does, as he'll play it in the direction of Savage, who heads it on. Here is Holmberg. Waits for the ball to settle at his feet, and it does. Now Filbert passes it up to Holmberg. Holmberg trying to make a move on his defender. Decides to just play it back instead to Outram. Now Holmberg, the native of Neuss, Germany, Conrad Holmberg, will give it up for Dylan Danch. The lone goal scorer in this game for DUville, Dylan Danch. Mansfield Osborne capitalizes now on the pass breakup there by Dowdy, as the Saints were looking to spring a counter-attack, but ball knocked out of play for a DUville throw-in. Finn Savage will head over to take it for the Saints, while they're still tending to their star center back, Jonas Driesch. Saints can ill afford to have Driesch out of this game for an extended period of time. Hopefully he's able to get back out onto the pitch shortly. Asier Fernandez applying some pressure here, looking to force the turnover, but he was offside and then got involved with the play. So it will be a free kick here for Gannon. Morinus ready to take it. Done an admirable job in between the pipes today for Gannon. Hasn't faced a ton of shots, but the ones he has faced, he has been ready and up to the task and able to make the save. Ball played back here to Morinus, who's got Mansfield Osborne lurking. Morinus has to go to the ground to knock it out of play. Officials say it was last touched by Luca Mansfield Osborne, as the Golden Knights will catch a break there, but nearly a disaster for Morinus and Gannon. Got to be careful, especially with someone with the pace of Luca Mansfield Osborne lurking. Hyde tied up there with Livingstone. Could be a chance now for Perea. Perea in some space here. Working on Fernandez. Perea taps it over. Recca with a shot. Stopped by Solario, but offside anyways, as Enzo Racca was looking for his second of the game, but just a bit too early, says the official. And the Saints waste no time on the free kick. Now they'll turn it over, though. Recca fighting hard here to get it back, dragged to the ground, and a foul called. Holmberg not pleased at all, as he was in a tight battle there with Enzo Recca, who just got the better of him on that occasion. Foul here against Gannon, as Luca Mansfield Osborne was dragged to the turf by Adrian Castellanos. Holmberg plays it over for Asier Fernandez. Now Connor Livingstone. Left-footed pass onto the far side that is broken up. Outroom. Headed right back in his direction now. Played through here for Orton. Orton just a bit early, says our far side AR, as he goes offside. Very close call on that one, as Severier Orton, an expert at timing up his run, but not on that occasion, as he jumps just a bit ahead. And the Saints able to catch a break here. Trying to keep that back line pushed forward are the Saints. As Gannon will go offside once again, almost playing that offside trap as they're trying to catch out the Golden Knights. It's a risk-reward style, playing an offside trap. You can sometimes be prone to defensive breakdowns, but if you play it well, you're going to do what the Saints are doing right now and force the Golden Knights to go offside quite frequently. And that could have been part of some of the adjustments made by head coach Sean Hallis at the halftime interval. Try and get his defenders to maybe just push a bit further forward. I don't know if they're going full trap yet, but just trying to catch out the Golden Knights attackers, because they're often trying to send through balls for guys like Recca, Hyde, and Orton, because they got the speed and skill to get on the end of them and put them in the back of the net. Holmberg a little slow to get up here for Dieuville. Second time Conrad Holmberg has been a bit shaken up here in this second half of play. The freshman out of Neuss, Germany, has been an excellent acquisition for Dieuville here in his freshman season, and has been a guy that has found his way onto the pitch quite often, and he has made a sizable impact for his squad, and it has definitely been something that has impressed his head coach Sean Hallis throughout this season, as Gannon looking to go back the other way right off the change as that ball caroms right into the arms of Solario as Richardson played it off a Gannon attacker, and fortunately for the Saints, it fell right into the awaiting arms of their star goalkeeper. Wind picking back up once again, gusts up to around 20 miles an hour here in Buffalo, New York. Nothing that the Saints are a stranger to, as this one sent up in our direction. Look out, as we got a gift up here in the press box. A ball joins us as that nearly took out our great SID, Andy Rogacki, coming up the ladder. And fortunately, it just missed him. But, man, I've seen quite a few come close. I've never seen one actually make it up here. That's a first. As they say, there's a first time for everything. We got a first here for Mia Thompson Field, as the Saints are back underway here with Jonas Driesch back out on the pitch, IC, along with Max Trushil. They have both returned to this game for Dieuville. Great to see Driesch back out for the Saints, as they are going to need their ever-stout defender from Kempen, Germany, in here for the rest of the game if they want to try and rescue a draw here, or maybe come away with a win if they can get a pair at least here in the second half. Substitution here for Gannon, as Manuel Perea will check out, and Georgi Adamia will enter the game. Georgi Adamia joins us from Romania, as he will potentially get his first touch here. No, Finn Savage going to head that one away from the Romanian midfielder. Now Holmberg taps it towards goal, and Morinus will come out and take care of this one. No problem for Andre Morinus, who will now pick it up and toss it away. Dorner just knocks that one away from his back line. Dowdy got a head on it, but Danch unable to really make a run onto the ball, as Morinus trying to direct some traffic there. The redshirt junior out of Brazil, Andre Morinus, ready to boot this one away. Slips and falls on the punt, but able to get enough distance on it to clear it away. Now Filbert just taken out there by Raka. Through the numbers there, and a foul called on Enzo Raka that will lead to Charlie Outram playing it back to Jonas Driesch. Here is Driesch. Tapped back for Solario, who sends this pass well out of play. And out for a Gannon throw in. Golden Knights, I've mentioned before, 13 NCAA tournament appearances, have made it each of the last 2 seasons. Were an at-large qualifier last season and fell in the second round of the NCAA tournament in a game against the eventual national champion, or reigning national champion, Franklin Pierce Ravens in that game. 3-2 in overtime, as they nearly took down the defending champs in that one. As now Dieuville's Mansfield Osborne looking for a chance, but Morinus able to get there and prevent any sort of opportunity for Dieuville's Luca Mansfield Osborne. And then in 2023, the Golden Knights are able to take down Millersville in the second round of the tournament after receiving a first round bye. 2-1 win in that game then upset the higher-seeded Charleston in the third round, a 2-1 win in that game, but then were taken down by Franklin Pierce on their run to the national title. Close game, 1-0 defeat for Gannon in that game, but this is a program that has made some deep postseason runs in years past, made it all the way to the national quarterfinals in that 2023 season. And they're thinking pretty big here, as this is a program that has their sights set on that NCAA tournament and, of course, the national title. But even at a lower level, the Golden Knights would love to capture their first PSAC championship. Hard to believe a program as good as this one has never won in the PSAC conference, but surprisingly, Gannon has not, and you know that there's a lot of folks just down the I-90 in Erie, Pennsylvania that would love for the Gannon Golden Knights to pick up their first PSAC championship. I know it doesn't always hit the same as those NCAA tournament appearances and those tournament wins, but there's something about getting a conference championship in addition to making the tournament that really is just puts the icing on the cake for a great season. And I know that's what these Golden Knights will be aiming for this year, but right now all the concern is on this non-conference game against DUville, where Gannon does hold a 2-1 lead, but the Saints have had some opportunities here in the second half to try and tie this game up. Might be another one here, through ball looking for Danch, but not in the right position, as Marinus will once again dribble around with the ball and wait for the attackers to come apply some pressure before picking it up and sending his team further up the pitch. Dorner leaves it here for Castellanos. Peak onto the near side, wastes no time and clears it away. Chance now potentially here for the Golden Knights as they break forward, but Dreesch able to save the day for DUville. It was looking like a 2-on-1 with Rafa Hyde and PK Lovestad both breaking forward, but Jonas Dreesch makes a great challenge to knock the ball off the foot of the attacker Hyde and prevent that chance there for the Golden Knights. Ball played into the box. Going for the back post there, trying to find Adiami, but not able to do so there. Gannon just going to clear that one out of play and out for a DUville throw in. Frederick Baumforth losing control there. The Oslo, Norway native makes his first appearance of the game. Here is Rafa Hyde now looking for a long distance shot that will sail high over the net and out of play, giving DUville a goal kick. Finn Savage first to that ball off the goal kick, knocked on a play here by the Golden Knights. DUville will have the throw in. Max Trushill, somebody that head coach Sean Hallis spoke very highly of, is Max Trushill. Said he is just everything you want in a student athlete. Great attitude, really hard worker, and he's somebody that his name's written at the top of the team sheet more often than not. And that has a lot to do with his hard work, character, and attitude, as those three things really go a long way. And for Max Trushill, he has demonstrated that, and he gets first touch on that 50-50 ball here, as he'll look to try and contribute to the Saints' success in this game. Now he's going to have an opportunity to do so. Holmberg, one too many there as he'll lose control going 2-on-1. Carol Bakery able to win it back, but then great challenge made there by Ademia as he's able to take that one away. Saints going to make a substitution here as Omar Dowdy makes his way back onto the pitch. Luca Mansfield-Osborne will exit. Saints going to get more playmaking creativity out there with Omar Dowdy, but they're going to sacrifice a bit of the speed that you'd have with Luca Mansfield-Osborne. Let's see how that will affect the game here as we progress in the second half. 16 minutes and change left to play as DUville trails by a goal here against the Gannon Golden Knights. Saints send a ball over to the near side for Finn Savage. Takes a touch off his chest and is now sent out of play. Throw in coming up here for Trushhill and the DUville Saints. Challenge out towards the center circle. No whistle here as Carol Bakery is a little slow to get up. Him and Stozitki collided. Orton over to the near side. Ademia working hard against Trushhill, who comes in and makes a great challenge to take that ball away. Holmberg back now for Trushhill. Saints kind of painted into a corner here and forced to just boot that ball away. Carol Bakery back up onto his feet and will now get a touch here. Savage. Holmberg. Great turn there to get it to Dowdy, who's trying to break forward here. Dowdy going to go in and collide with the goalkeeper, Morias, who is down in some discomfort. And frankly, I can't really blame Omar Dowdy for going in and going after that ball. Andre Morinas, every time the ball would come near him, he would often let it fall to the ground and not really make much of a play on it. And as an attacker, when you've seen that all game, you got to follow up on it and apply some pressure, because especially in DUville's case right now, down 2-1, only 14 minutes or so left to go. Can't afford for any more extra time to tick off that clock. So I don't blame Omar Dowdy one bit for going in and applying some pressure. Marinas just came out on the wrong end of it on that occasion. Ademia trying to get into some space. Max Trushhill not going to let him. Toyama loves that. Has a defender all over him, but able to get it away. Orton trying to play it over to Ademia. Well, those two not in sync as Ademia is standing all alone, but a rare bad pass from Severier Orton leads to the turnover, while DUville will make a change. Sean Richardson back out onto the pitch where William Carroll Bakery will exit. Balmforth first to touch it off the throw in. Gives it back for Trushhill. Trushhill boots it away in the direction of Dowdy, who gets a head on it, but had his hands all over the back of Shota Toyama. And that gives the Gannon Golden Knights a free kick out towards midfield. Toyama going to take it quickly and play it back. Has it once more. Toyama trying to send a ball through for Orton. Orton having some trouble controlling this one, and Jonas Driesch comes in and makes sure that Severier Orton can't keep control. But it does go out of play for a Golden Knights throw in down near the corner flag. A tick under, 13 minutes left to go. Golden Knights looking for their third goal of the game to try and get a much-needed insurance marker and put this game to bed, while DUville has a chance to find the equalizer and potentially get out of this game with a draw. Corner kick coming up here for Gannon as Toyama will head over to take it. Nobody better in the PSAC conference at generating corner kicks than the Golden Knights. Came into today with 68 of them on the season. This one will be their 74th of the year. Toyama crosses this one in, bouncing all around. Who's going to get the shot away? As a foul was called before any sort of shot attempt coming from the Golden Knights. But right now, the concern is with Matthew Solario, who was slow to get up after that play. Hard to tell what happened from up top, but it looked like just almost a mosh pit of bodies there inside the 6-yard box. And someone caught a piece of Matthew Solario and knocked him to the turf. Good challenge there for Gannon as Frederick Paulson goes to the ground, but gets all ball and slows what could have been a dangerous DUville counterattack. Trushill finds Finn Savage along the near touch line. Savage plays it over in the direction of Dowdy, but headed away from him. Now Filbert working hard here on his defender. That goes to the ground, and a foul was called. Dorner made a very smart play there. Sophomore defender making a play that you'd see out of a senior, just gets down low. And then when Filbert comes in as strong as he was and with as much momentum as he was, Dorner can hit the deck and draw that foul rather easily. And the official gonna call it every time. Just a smart play by Dorner to earn his team the free kick. Stozitsky onto the far side. Broken up there by Outram. DUville trying to break forward here as Dorner sticks out a leg, takes out Richardson, and a free kick coming up here for DUville. Outram under some pressure from Rafa Hyde, forced to just boot that one away. Filbert takes the throw in, tosses it into Danch, who can't keep control as the Golden Knights intent to just keep it as far away from the Saints attackers as possible. Lovestad going to apply some pressure on Solario, who gets the pass away, no problem, to Charlie Outram. Outram sends it over in the direction of Danch. Danch able to keep control for a moment. Holmberg heads it over for Baumforth. Now for Jonas Driesch. Driesch. Too hard on that pass for Holmberg. And the Golden Knights will come away with possession. Only for a short moment as Dowdy taps it over to Richardson. Richardson sends a good through ball for Danch on the far side. Danch looking to make a move. Tripped up in the box. Penalty! A huge moment here late in the second half as Dylan Danch draws the penalty kick, and DUville will have a golden opportunity to bring this game level at 2. So this will be interesting. The Saints 1 for 2 on penalties this season, but Danch has taken both of them, and he's the man who drew it, but it looks like it'll be Richardson to take it. Richardson buries it! A perfect penalty kick from Sean Richardson right into the bottom right corner, ties this game up at 2. First goal of the season for Sean Richardson, and how good must that feel for the man from Gothenburg, Sweden, who was oh so impactful last year for the Saints with 5 goals on the season. Has had some injury trouble this year, been in and out of the lineup, but you know that's gotta feel good as Solario steps up big and makes a huge save for Dieuville on the other end. Oh my goodness, Orton nearly able to give Gannon the 3-2 lead, but Matthew Solario steps up with a huge save to keep this game level at 2. Toyama going to take the corner here for Gannon. Looking back post, headed on, and they score! When the Golden Knights sensed the pressure, they were able to battle right through it as Rafa Hyde wastes no time and gets that goal right back. And Gannon has a 3-2 lead. And that right there shows you that there's just levels to this, and the Golden Knights are just a step or two ahead of where the Saints want to be, as Dieuville worked oh so hard for almost the entirety of the second half to get that second goal, and the Golden Knights get it back with ease. In under a minute, Gannon has the 3-2 lead. And Savage going to take a chance at it here, just misses high over the net. That one deflating for sure. As, like I said, Dieuville worked oh so hard to try and get that one back, and finally were able to do it on the penalty kick. You thought they had some momentum and were maybe able to get a draw out of this game, but Billy Colton's squad was prepared, knew how to respond, and did so effectively as they get their 3rd goal of the game. Rafa Hyde has his 2nd of the game, now 5th of the season for Hyde. Toyama will get credited with an assist. That'll be his 3rd now of the year, as Gannon has their lead back, and now they're looking for the dagger. Ball played in the direction of Lovstad, broken up by Driesch. Lovstad has a hold of Driesch, who is able to fight through that contact anyways, and an errant pass here from Solario will go out of play. And it'll give the Golden Knights a throw in here with 6:30 left to play. Off the shoulder there of Trushill and out of play. Another throw in here for Jensen Peak and the Golden Knights. Lovstad, first to touch it off the throw. Can't keep control as Driesch able to take it away. Driesch plays it up the line, headed away by Toyama. It'll skip out over the near touch line. Finn Savage will get ready to throw it in. Instead, he'll leave it for Max Trushill. Driesch into Holmberg. Now Trushill. Sean Richardson looking to play it long for Filbert, but the pass a bit behind Ethan Filbert as it goes out of play. Lots of action going on around the East Coast Conference, as this one going to be hammered out of play there by Dieuville's Max Trushill, as some scores around the conference. Mercy taking on the Pace Setters in some non-conference action. The Mavericks pick up the win there. Franklin Pierce, one of the national powerhouses, taking on St. Thomas Aquinas. That one finished a 2-1 win for the Ravens, while Damon battles with Slippery Rock. That game just kicked off not too long ago, as they're nearing halftime down in Pennsylvania. Caldwell in the District of Columbia. Another game going on. Roberts Wesleyan and Bloomsburg coming up later. And then One of the top teams in the East Coast Conference, the Queens Knights, will take on the Adelphi Panthers coming up later tonight. As Severier Orton has control here for the Gannon Golden Knights. Gives it up for Jensen Peak. Peak going to send it long in the direction of Lovestad. Lovestad trying to run onto this one into the box, but Dreesh able to clear it away. Rekka content to let the ball go out for another Gannon throw-in. Golden Knights hold a slim 1-goal lead with just over 4 minutes left to play. And they're looking like they're on their way to their 5th win of the season. But not if Conrad Holmberg and the Dieuville Saints have anything to say about that. Here is Holmberg. Bringing the ball up the pitch now. Leaves it for Trushill. Trushill gonna pass it back for Jonas Dreesh. Trushill once again. Richardson was calling for it. Didn't get the pass, but he was unaware that Emmanuel Perea was right on his back, ready to take the ball away. Balmforth now. Going in, trying to apply some pressure and force a turnover, but unable to do so here, as Jensen Peak will get ready to throw this one in for the Golden Knights, but not before Gannon will make a substitution, as Carl Dorner will exit this game. And Cameron Kwasniewski will enter here for the Golden Knights. Balmforth able to get a piece of that one, but not controlled. Savage here fouled, as they're actually going to call that one on Sean Richardson, it looks like, as they're going to say Richardson knocked the Gannon player into Savage, leading to the foul. And that's just a tough break there for Dieuville. But it is what it is here, under 3 minutes left to go. And the Golden Knights, at this point, would be wise to just take this one to the corner flag and try and drain as much of that clock as possible. Trushill will watch this one go out of play. And will now toss it in the direction of Holmberg. Savage now able to clear it away. Here is Doughty. Collides there with a Gannon defender in Adrian Castellanos. Now Kwasniewski. Can't get much distance on that clearance, so the Saints have it back. Balmforth looking to send it in the direction of Danch. Danch trying to run onto this one, but he is kept at bay by Frederick Paulson, who did an excellent job to just keep Danch away. The Saints trying to claim that that ball went out of play. The entirety of the Dieuville bench standing up, as I think they're trying to say that that ball went over the end line, as now back the other way go the Golden Knights. Shot, what a save by Solario. PK Lovestad with a great opportunity to put this one away, but Matthew Solario denies the Gannon forward of their 4th goal of the game. But it does lead to a Golden Knights corner kick with just under 1:30 left to play. The Saints still in disbelief that they didn't get a corner kick of their own on the other end of the pitch. Ball out, last touch by Dieuville. Will give Toyama and Gannon another corner that they will take short here. Just trying to keep the ball by the corner flag and drain this clock down to 0. 1 minute remaining here in the second half. Clock will now stop, as a yellow card will be handed out to Finn Savage for dissent. And I could see Savage talking to our official after the no call on the other end. Have to imagine that's still what he is upset about, as that ball is sent out of play. Dieuville going to have to go quickly here. 45 seconds to work with. Matthew Solario got to send this one as far as he can up the field. Headed away here by the Golden Knights. Lovestad will send this one over to Rekka. Rekka just trying to play keep away here. Dreesh not going to let him. Dreesh taps it out towards midfield. The foul called, and the clock will keep on ticking here. Under 20 seconds. Dieuville has got to send everyone forward here and take this free kick instantly. Solario sends it into the box. Headed away there by Castellanos. Bouncing around and finally cleared away by Hyde, and that will do it. It was a hard-earned win for the Gannon Golden Knights, but it is Gannon that does come away with a 3-2 victory over the Dieuville Saints to hand the Saints their first defeat at home this season. And now head coach Sean Hallis and his rest of his coaching staff going to come out and have a talk with the official about that last sequence. And I don't blame them for being upset, as from up here it looked like they were thinking that the ball went out of play over the end line and the keeper touched it. That would have given Dieuville a corner kick. Didn't look like he was all the way over at the yellow line, that it would have been outside of the box and it would have been a handball call. But either way, that was something the Saints were upset about, and it changed the course of the end of this game. But either way, it is a win for the Gannon Golden Knights. 3-2 the final, and we'll give you some final numbers here in this one. Shots 15-6 in favor of Gannon, so Dieuville able to keep them below their season average. Shots on target 8-2, so that number right about where the Golden Knights usually are. Corner kicks 8-2 as well. Fouls 12-9 in favor of Dieuville. The only yellow card handed out to Finn Savage right near the end. Offsides 10-2 in favor of Gannon. And then, of course, the final score, 3-2. This was a good game for Dieuville. They hung in there with a very tough Gannon team that is just outside the national top 25. So a lot of positives to take out of this one for Dieuville, as they have two tough home conference games coming up against St. Thomas Aquinas and Damon. Both of them going to be crucial to the Saints' efforts in making the East Coast Conference postseason. Dieuville will fall to 3-6-2, while Gannon improves to 5-2-4 on the year. The Golden Knights will stay on the road for two more road contests against California of Pennsylvania as they take on the Vulcans, before staying on the road against Seton Hill, as they'll then return home for a game against Pitt Johnstown and Slippery Rock to close out the month of October. Some final player stats here in this one. Orton will finish with 2 assists. Your player of the game in this one with the game-winning goal, Rafa Hyde. 2 goals and an assist. What a day for him. Orton looked excellent as well. Enzo Recca was a force to be reckoned with for sure. And then for Dieuville, Dylan Danch gets the lone goal of the game, or will get their lone goal from play in the game. Ethan Filbert gets credited with the assist. Then Sean Richardson buried the penalty kick. That brings us to the 3-2 final scoreline. That will do it for us here from Buffalo, New York. For my producer, Andy Rogacki, I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for watching Dieuville Men's Soccer here on the ECC Sports Network on Flow College.